everybody, this is a review for the Bad Girls Club Atlanta episode 2. Now, it starts off where the last episode ended. Pretty much Janelle's getting her ass whooped. Nicole pretty much has her by her hair while Valentina is just pretty much just swinging. They eventually roll around the carpet and eventually it gets broken up. And the little drunken monkey is pretty much like, what did I do? Question mark, question mark. And then she goes downstairs and she tells Shannon, like, they jumped me and shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, your ass was pretty much asking for it. And then, what's her name goes upstairs and she's all like, what happened? What was going on? They're like, oh, she attacked us and all this shit. And yeah, poor drunken monkey is like needing to get sent home soon. All the girls are pretty much digging it except Alicia. I mean, she tries to talk to Janae and tell her like, you're cool, but like, you're crazy, you know, you do weird shit, you're a horrible drunk pretty much. I think she's a shit drunk. I mean, there are happy drunks and there are just like people who just like make the party just go downhill. They just ruin the entire night. And that's what Janae is. And the next day, for once, it isn't all about Janae for a little bit. A few of the girls go out, they go shopping and shit, and then they come back, and then Stephanie is wanting some attention. Like, she's supposedly lesbian, but I'm like second guessing that now because like she's like, oh, I just want this boy. She's talking about this pretty-eyed looking boy or whatever, who happened to be on Love Games as well. I don't know where these motherfuckers keep showing up from, but I don't know. It seems like the TV shows just pick these people just to show up and to grab one of the girls' attention. He eventually comes over or whatever and brings one of his buddies. They're out by the pool. They're having fun, drinking a little bit, getting a little crazy. And then Alicia and Stephanie are sitting down there talking to one of his friends about like, oh, how much do you make and stuff like that. And he makes like, I don't remember what he said. But to me, he was making bank, and they are just like, oh, yeah, you're not making enough, da, 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 you need to make it rain. What kind of fucking woman is that? No, that ain't even a woman. If you're expecting a guy to make it rain for you, bull freaking crap. If he can at least buy you dinner, that's all that should matter. Back at the house, like, earlier, Janae's on the phone crying to her friend or whatever, telling them that she wants to stay, but nobody likes her, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm just sick of Janae, period. Like I said, she's a cool girl sober, but drunk, like, it's no big deal. Like, but drunk, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's more annoying than it is even entertaining at all. And then the next morning, the girls make some breakfast, and then they end up burning it. I don't know how the fuck they did that. But they just thought like, oh, like, I'm gonna serve you breakfast in bed. And they just like, they throw one at Stephanie, and she's just like, just the look on her face, her reaction to it, she's just like, what the fuck, you know? And they throw one in the shower while Nicole's in there, and I'm just like, oh god, they're having fun. Good morning times, you know? And it was like, it seemed like that was the only time everybody seemed to get along is when they're acting goofy, you know? But yeah, it's a good thing. Pretty much like the rest of that day just looks boring as fuck. I mean, eventually, Janae talks to Valentina, having a little heart-to-heart. They hug it out, and, you know, and it's squashed for now again. And then later on that night, it was like the first time, I guess, they decided not to go out. And Janae, Shannon, and who else? Alicia decided to pull a prank on the girls. They just, like, put, like, a combination of a bunch of food into, like, I don't know, this pan or whatever. And they're just, like, flinging everywhere. Paula's laughing about it. She gets it. She's having fun with it. But Nicole is just all like, don't be doing that. You're spreading bacteria. I'm just like, oh my god, you're so fucking uptight. You shouldn't be worried about spreading bacteria as long as you clean up after yourself, regardless if it's somebody else's mess. And then fucking Shannon comes out of nowhere like, oh, it wasn't my idea. And I'm just like, bitch, you were pouring everything in there. It was part of your idea. But she's like, but I'll clean it up anyway. So to me, it was no big deal regardless she lied about it or not. And then she picks up all the mess and everything. And then Alicia's not feeling it. She's feeling like, oh, she's fake. She's not my homegirl when she's not admitting to the things that she did. What the fuck ever. And that escalates into a fight. A petty-ass fucking fight. These bitches don't know how to argue over some real shit. But you know what? That's a Bad Girls Club for you. They're getting into it, they're exchanging words back and forth, da-da-da-da-da, and then it's all about how Alicia's like, you might have had your dick replaced. And I was just like, oh my fucking god, finally somebody says it. And then Tranny's all talking about her camel toe. I'm like, oh god, some better insults. And then Valentina decides to jump in and tell her, like, you need to stop. Like, this is not necessary. You don't need to be acting like this. And she calls her Kuta Kente. And I'm just like, oh, no. Bitch. No. What the fuck is your problem? I don't give a shit if you're drunk. Why is that shit gonna come out of your fucking mouth? You should know better. And I'm just surprised Valentina didn't, like, actually react better than just throwing food and, like, water at her, you know? I thought there was gonna be a fight right then and there. But then nothing. I'm just like, oh my god. Valentina's, like, not even the bigger fighter than I thought she was. Even though she whooped Janae's ass, she whooped her ass because she was drunk. But for some reason, why didn't she just step up to the trainee? I don't get it at all. She's supposed to be all tough into rugby and shit, but she wasn't gonna attack her? Like, I understand you probably don't want to go home, but at the same time, she threw a racist joke at you and you're not going to do jack shit about it. Sorry. And while this is going on, Janae's just, like, sitting back, letting it happen. She's just relieved that it's, like, for once, not about her. And I don't blame her. But eventually they call a house meeting, and only 2 people vote Shannon out. And I'm just like, okay, why isn't anybody else sticking up for this? Are they just scared of her? That's the only reason why I think they would not be, like, voting her out. But yeah, obviously the votes did not count anyway, so that had to be set aside. Instead, they just end up getting her bed and throwing it out in the pool, which is getting very tiring, honestly. And, oh well. The tranny handles it. She takes it pretty well, and she just goes down there, pulls her bed out of the pool, and she's just handling it. She's saying, like, this is my house. I ain't fucking going anywhere, which I would love to see her fight. I was hoping it was going to escalate into a fight. I wanted to see where that shit was going to go, you know, because supposedly she's all trained military and shit. The next night they go out to a Mingles bar and grill or whatever, and they're having fun. Everything looks great, and getting their drink on, they're dancing. Nicole, by the way, does not know how to fucking dance. I don't know how to dance, but I would not dare bring those moves onto the fucking dance floor. I'd rather chill on the side and have my drink and enjoy it while I watch everybody else look like a fool. But anyways, Janae, she's just pussyfooting around, looking all depressed and just off to the side, and then she decides, well, I'm just gonna wait in the limo, which actually is a smart idea. She didn't get fucked up drunk or anything, so she knew her limit. But the problem was, like, she made it everybody else's problem. And of course, like, the girls confront her about it, and it just escalates into this whole big of a mess about how Janae is just boring, and she's depressing, and she's bringing everybody else down. And to me, that's no excuse to gang up on a person, but at the same time, yeah, if you're going to be acting like that, just take your ass fucking home. Obviously, yeah, nobody likes you, and you're the main target in the house. So you're going to end up leaving anyways. I mean, yeah, it looks cool that you're, like, standing your ground and everything, but that's not going to benefit you if nobody even likes you in the first place, you know? You have to, like, earn respect. If you're willing to, like, put up all this shit just to earn a little bit of something, more power to you, girl, but you ain't staying for very much longer. The next day, Alicia and Valentina are just chilling outside, and Alicia takes it upon herself to say, you know what, I think a couple people need to go home. They were talking about how Shannon was talking to Valentina in the confessional about how she feels, and she was apologizing, trying to cover ass to make sure nobody hates her in the house. To me, it was just all fucking bullshit. It's just like, I didn't even want to listen to the bitch. If I were Valentina, I would have walked out of that room. But for some reason, Valentina listened. But they decide that the first to go is Janae. And they call another house meeting, and they're talking to Janae on why they don't like her and why they think she should go home. And then Janae turns it all around on fucking Alicia. On how, like, she said this about Nicole and she said this about this person or whatever. And then Valentina's just had enough. She just gets up, grabs some trash bags, starts throwing her shit into fucking bags and putting it outside. To me, like, that's one thing I would not know how to react to in the bad girl's house. If somebody started grabbing my shit and throwing it outside, motherfucker, I paid hard for what I got. And what I have is the only thing that I do have. So if you're going to try and take it away from me, you have another fucking shit coming. You're just so low on yourself that you have to fucking do that. What's so big and fucking bad about you that you're, like, just so not that lazy just to grab somebody else's shit and throw it out of the house? To me, you touch my shit, your shit's gonna get fucking burned. That's just me, though. But then they pretty much just cut it off from there. But at the beginning of next week's episode, shit just gets all kinds of crazy. And I can't wait to see what happens. I want to see how good of a fighter Janae is. Then I can't wait to see what happens with Shannon. But until then, that next week, I will be moving, so I don't know if my cable will be turned on just yet. Let's hope. So I will see y'all then, hopefully. Alright, bye.